Yeah, Marvel Snap's newest card is Warlock, and it's pretty hype for this one. Both the character and this effect activate for each unspent energy. Give a card in your hand -1 cost. So, of course, I had to play that in the ultimate unspent energy package of High Evolutionary alongside stuff like Sunspot. We've got She-Hulk in the mix, Hulk, Cyclops, Misty Knight, all of those benefiting from that unspent energy. And what that allows you to do, in particularly combination with Magic, when you're going up to that turn 7 game, if you skip your turn 6 while activating Warlock on that same turn, that's going to discount your hand by 6 energy. Your She-Hulk is also going to go down to 0. Your Infinite is going to become playable. And hopefully, you know, you have a 2-cost Infinite that caught some crazy discounts. And a 1-cost Cyclops and a 0-cost She-Hulk, and maybe your Abomination's discounted a little bit, whether that's from Affliction or just Warlock, excuse me. And you get to dump just like an insane 40 or 50 power turn on the final turn because of all the various discounts stacking and so on. And potentially even after, having a pretty strong opener with stuff like Cyclops and Sunspots already on board, just putting you in a good spot to start. And, that can overwhelm the opponent. And it also has this like crazy surprise factor, like, oh my God, what is discounted? How big is it? Where is it going? They just don't know because you're saving all of that for that kind of final end game push. And I mean, look, I actually had a pretty good run with this deck. I went 12-7. I do know that one of those was a big win against a bot, so my cube rate really wasn't that great, but the win rate was actually pretty fine. Despite that, something about this deck just, I don't know, it just didn't feel quite perfect to me. I think, namely, it might have too many high-cost things for these Adam Warlock discounts, because what could happen is, if you have like Hulk and Infinite in hand, they both catch like 1 or 2 energy and discounts, and you can't play both. If they're both 4, you can't squeeze both into a given turn. There's also some weird interactions with She-Hulk where, Warlock goes off before she does. So you might waste 2 or 3 energy in discounts on a She-Hulk that then is going to discount to 0 anyway. So it can feel kind of wasteful if he hits She-Hulk. I'll say this like 1,000 times in the video. I think you have to have She-Hulk in the deck still, for the record. Like, it's just way too good of a synergy otherwise to not have, but it's just this kind of little thing that's a little awkward and doesn't work perfectly. It would be nicer maybe if Warlock's discount went off at the start of the turn or something and She-Hulk went first. It didn't waste those discounts. There's just like a little bit of weird conflicts here. So I don't know, like I won, it had some crazy moments, it had some big turns. Warlock created some really nice leverage from like a surprise, informational asymmetry sort of thing. But at the same time, I was just sometimes itching for a little bit more out of this. So maybe you could lower the curve away from Infinite and run some more like 1 or 2 cost stuff to try to spike some big power that way. I just wanted a tiny bit more out of it a few times and to avoid some of that awkwardness. So just keep an eye on Warlock for now. We'll see if a good deck pops up that really utilizes this to great effect, because I do think that possibility exists. And you're going to see us tap into that possibility in a few crazy games in this video. All right, Scorpion. We can just do Magic Gamma Lab to just not have to deal with that, Like, make them think we're contesting it, then just go Magic. Then they've got bodies there for Cyclops to start chopping down, Clearly a cat reference here in the name. Puss in Boots. Krakoa could be pretty nice for us. Play another card here. Hopefully they mess up their move sequencing too. That would be nice. Just trying to get bodies for Gamma Lab, They might still move them out later though. Frigga Vulture. Okay, yeah, that's kind of weak. Yeah, they did seem to just go for like, that Frigga could have been something more powerful and scary later, Cyclops is good for now. Honestly, I could see myself putting a Laufey over there too, but I guess Laufey Right's pretty great. I mean, with a longer turn game though, honestly, you could put like Infinite Right. That actually is sick. It doesn't even matter what you top deck then. Just play Infinite Right and you're just over the moon, Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. Just skip turn 5. I wish I had a Sunspot down, but it still might be worth it. Kind of looks like bounce move stuff, by the way. Yeah, Iron Fist on that new Vulture. Okay. More bodies to catch for Cyclops. Nice. 3 guys hit now for this abomination. Ooh, we've also got Warlock now, though. Maybe we go Warlock, A-Bomb right, and then skip 6. And then, yeah, I like this more fun. It's just a new card, right? Like, I actually think this is kind of worse than just playing the Infinite right, but I like it because it's a new card. I like playing new cards. Vulture mid into Beast. Okay, nice. Now, Sparky can't reactivate, right? I don't think so. I don't think it reactivates at all. I mean, I guess like Sunspot or Misty Knight's your best bet here. Hulk might be too hard to play with all the other expensive stuff. High Evo's middle of the road, I suppose, yeah. All right, Warlock, for God's sake, do not hit She-Hulk. Don't do it, man. Like, it's making me regret putting She-Hulk in this deck, but you just have to have, like, I've said this 100 times in this video, I know, but you just have to have She-Hulk. I can't imagine a world where She-Hulk's not the correct play. Okay, it did not hit She-Hulk. It hit Infinite to 2, baby. Oh my God, that's sick. That's so sick, actually. Infinite to 2 is ridiculous, dude. That's a crazy turn. Dude, this is actually a crazy turn. I don't even know. Like anything, like Dagger probably just has to move right. Like, are they locked in mid? They seem like locked in, right? No, this is High Evo's just got to be better, right? I don't even know, man. Like just 23 hold and then 19 to, you know, they're at 4 basically, and it's gonna actually be worse than that because Cyclops, like surely 9 and 16 hold, that's 25. I just don't see how I don't even know if they can play anything else. Oh, I forgot about Mountain Web. No, that's fine. No, this is like we said, this is exactly fine. They're locked in mid like we thought. That's a flip there. She-Hulk's crazy big left, although Hercules is insane, dude. That Hercules is insane, but it doesn't matter. We went elsewhere. And it's high left. Cyclops holding it down. Yeah, dude, that's an insane turn. That's a cool Hercules too. Yeah, that's actually, that's my favorite Warlock yet, dude. And She-Hulk didn't get wasted. All the discounts condensed onto 2 cards, one of which of course is crazy buff, but even if it wasn't, like, still would have been big enough. Yeah, dude, that was cool. I like that a lot. That was really fun. That was a good game, actually. All right, Space Throne. I mean, we're definitely good at making big guys. We're not good at drawing Warlock yet. I've had some good runs though lately on drawing the new card. I can't complain. I've had some good weeks the last few weeks, honestly. I think it was maybe like Jim Hammond I drew a ton. I forget. One of those cards was like every game I drew it. I was living large. I was the happiest man on earth. Did we turn off Space Throne? No, I think we're legit really good at Space Throne, right? Like we just let that roll. Opponent's turning off Necrotia. They had a chance to turn it off with Nico and decided not to. They also like Space Throne. Okay. Thankfully not turning off the Limbo here. Mirage hits an A-Bomb. Oh, that's really good. But does theirs cost? Theirs doesn't cost less, right? Oh, that's not fair. I don't really care, but that's cheating. I guess you go, since we have Limbo, we go Warlock on 5. Right, he's usually pretty good on 3 and then Cyclops on 4. So we're on 4 already. If we play him on 5, we can do a turn 6, you know, skip, basically discount the hand by 6 and hope to pop off with Infinite and maybe some other discounted stuff, depending on where the discounts roll. The hand is unfortunately like a little too big right now. Rock sucks, dog. Cyclops is gonna make this A-Bomb cheaper. We lost that location that was making it super cheap, but you know, still good. Sadly, dude, that animation is just so good. I can't get over how good this animation is, dude. It's so good. It's just screaming Warlock vibes, which the art doesn't quite give me the I don't know. I've talked about this before. I have memories of this card as an action figure from a kid, maybe from the X-Men animated series as well, but I mostly remember the action figure. It's like the old Toy Biz toys from the 90s when I was a kid. Like, yeah, this, I don't think that's actually the one. There's probably a couple here. Why don't I see the one that I'm thinking of? Maybe it wasn't actually Toy Biz? Surely it was, though. Must have been. Oh, I don't see what my brain is not being tickled by these images. Now I'm confused. Sorry to be distracting here. There is the same one keeps popping up, but for some reason that's not what I remember in my brain. Anyway, this is the way the character looks in my brain. This right here, this thing right here, that version of the character with like the kind of gold and black or whatever. Probably from the animated series, it looked like. Anyway, we're skipping turn 6. We're activating Warlock. Hopefully we have a crazy turn here. She-Hulk would also be awesome since she's not in hand. She'd be a perfect top deck here actually. Laufey seems kind of good. Wait, did the opponent just use... Why are these all mirages? Did they... What caused that? Did they copy one and then Merlin transformed one randomly? I am so confused. Okay, what got discounted? So Infinite got discounted. That's insane. Laufey is still 4, but seems like the strongest. Oh well, maybe not the strongest play, just because we wanna float for Cyclops, right? So maybe we actually do like this. So you trust Infinite here. Opponent's parties, we're not worried about like Cannonball or anything like that left. Don't worry about Shang-Chi. Hulk's full cost. Yeah, this looks good, right? Like you gotta trust Infinite because you got super discounted. That lets you play this High Evo basically, who also got a little discounted while also preserving the Cyclops. Yeah, nice. A She-Hulk would have been a cool freebie too, but. Oh, opponent retreated. Yeah, nice. I cannot find the action figure I'm thinking of, guys. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. Was he called something differently for some reason? There is this figure, but that is just not what it looks like in my head. Maybe I just have a mismemory of what it looked like. This Warlock figure, right? Which, I mean, it still has that same vibe, but I just don't remember it looking like this. I seem to remember it being simpler. This looks like a little more modern than I would recall. This is my childhood, basically, right here. This is my attachment to Marvel. I had this guy. Is that Caliban? Is that his name? I don't know. I remember him. That's like Avalanche. Remember him? Yeah, that Omega Red was sick. I think I had that Juggernaut. Definitely that Archangel. That APOC for sure. Yes. I don't think I had that Magneto. I'm surprised. It must have been that figure. I literally can't find another one other than the Marvel Legends stuff that came out way later. All right, folks. Editor Reed is chiming in here because I figured it out. I was confusing it with a Cameron Hodge figure, which I don't know Marvel lore enough, but clearly they have a similar thing going on with that like hair and like, I don't know, some kind of alien cybernetic stuff. I think phalanx or something. I don't know, but my brain fused the two together. This is actually the figure I remember and recognize, not Warlock. So I actually am now wondering if my love and obsession with Warlock is actually Cameron Hodge being consumed by this whatever it is, technology instead of Warlock. I don't know, but this is what I was thinking of. Okay, ooh, Warlock and magic. Fun. Hulk's already gotten a little big. Mercury, that can definitely be a bit of a pickle. Cannonball's weird. We don't like Cannonball much. Big House is actually a problem for us. Diablo's base is actually even a bigger problem though. Hold up. No, that's fine. Let's do this first. That's a bigger problem. Oh, Green Goblin, what? No, it's a clog deck, dude. Clog deck with magic is kind of risky, but we do have some big boys. If we can play them fast enough, maybe we're okay. Gotta play, like, oh, actually, like, a Sunspot's kind of perfect, because if they clog this out, right, like, we can still scale off Sunspot. That's fine. I mean, it is a little susceptible to Cannonball, but if they're Cannonballing your Sunspot, hopefully you have the space and the power to win elsewhere, right? So maybe High Evo on 4 is okay. Oh, High Evo's getting pulled. Let's go. All right, that's just big. Really, that's not bad. You don't usually expect your Doc Ock to only net 1 power, right? That's not bad for us. So turn 5 though, I have nothing to do. I mean, Cyclops would be good, I guess. A-bomb. I mean, honestly, we play it, right? Yeah, we play it 100%. Yeah, you just need numbers. Yeah. In case they debris us or whatever, we want some power there that makes their life at least a little awkward. It would still be a pretty trivial win, I guess. Well, on that note, it is kind of a trivial win. Maybe I leave 1 spot here for Hulk, because it's unlikely they do 2 spots. You could technically, right? Like, there are ways to do it, but maybe we do this here. This is an easier spot for them to clog out. Yeah, nice, okay. They were gonna send Titania over, but we blocked, and we still have Sunspot scaling there, which is nice. So they don't really know how much power we can do, but it's, you know, potentially a lot. And we kind of have like a double split threat there, which is cool. Please, God, Warlock, do not only hit She-Hulk with your freaking discounts, dude. You know, this is like such an obvious synergy for this deck, But these two specific cards do not like each other sometimes. It's frustrating because it's like, obviously you have to run She-Hulk in a Warlock deck, right? Like like if you're floating that much energy, you have to have She-Hulk. Like, I wish they worked separately, you know. Oh, they went ahead and went for the like we said, you know, we have another powerful card there with Sunspot. So it's, oh, he didn't hit She-Hulk much for once. Let's go. Let's go. Excellent news. So we do want to float a little, right? Like, do we just float 3 to go to 14 to 13, right? You still flip mid. You still flip right and you still flip left. I mean, Cyclops is cool. It's a lot of net power, yes, but you want Sunspot specifically to flip here unless you think they move a Mercury. I mean, you might also say like, hey, maybe Right's just cooked, you know? Like maybe Right's cooked. You could play for a tie, I guess, if nothing else. And then maybe if they move the Mercury or if they just play a big guy here to lock that in because they're nervous about Sunspot. You're just increasing your odds elsewhere, right? You can actually get away with an Infinite instead of a Hulk, but they're the same size, which has been happening a lot, actually. I've been surprised how often that's happening. Because this is 20 and this is 20, you know? It's kind of funny how often that's been happening. Also, that makes the Sunspot worse, I guess, too. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is an interesting line. Because you think they might double down. They might double down to... Oh, my God. That's just, again, kind of free points for us. Dude, that could have been an Infinite very closely. Jeez. It looks like they did double down right. We're going to be fine left for 100% sure. There's no chance we lose left. And now mid is secure too, thanks to She-Hulk. And they went stronger. They went stronger right, like we said. So, I mean, this was actually a pretty cool turn for them for the record. But just Hulk is so big. She-Hulk is so big. Cyclops here is going to net a ton. Just a lot of raw power dump here. Yeah. Nice. They did enough that, like, if I just totally floated the Sunspot, they were going to cover maybe, but not even really, because I could have gone to 18 here if I totally floated. Like, we actually could have won this game with just Sunspot She-Hulk, right? I think we could have got another 5 to 18, and then She-Hulk is 10 to 9, or we would have had even 13 to 9. Oh, no, actually, it would have been 13 to 11, but still enough, yeah. Good game either way. I'm still not totally sure if I love Warlock or not, though. I don't know. I think the deck's just too expensive, that's all. Okay, Misty Knight, go get it. Yes. Let's do this, Misty. I still think High Evo is one of my, like, oh, what an insane hit for us. Oh, no, we don't need it. I mean, we could play 2, I guess, but it's kind of a waste. I still think High Evo is one of my all-time favorite cards Marvel Snap has released. Like, it was just so, like, dramatically deck-defining. I really like those really big deck-defining cards like that. You know, you can't make those all the time, of course. It's just hard to keep up with that, I guess. But ooh, Valley of the Hand is kind of fun with Murder World. Maybe the opponent will try to do something sneaky and I'll deny it with magic. That would be fun. Let's keep this card a surprise factor. They don't know what that's gonna be. Unpredictability. All right, so Torch is gonna move before the Laufey goes off, sadly. I don't really need to Laufey anyway right now, so it's not a big deal. Sunspot, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to beat a Torch that's getting active this early. Just life is going to be hard here. I don't know. We have, like, you know, Ghost Spider already. Sparky Merlin. Okay. Sparky still hits Torch. It is going right. But that's going to be... Oh, well, they do have priorities. This actually could be a good Laufey right, honestly. Ooh, Warlock also nuts, though. We want to have Warlock hitting the button on a turn 6 skip. So, yeah, we need to play Warlock now. That's going to make Sunspot really big. That's going to get some crazy discounts. Infinite's going to be playable. Abomination is unfortunately not hitting at all right now, though. Because, like, we're not playing Laufey. We're going to skip turn 6. So Sunspot's big. I mean, Torch is crazy scary, right? Like, Torch is already 24 power, effectively, after the next Madam Web move, you know? Or no more than that. Sparky's giving +3. Good God, 36 power for screw me. Oh, Red Wing, too, huh? This is a cool deck, at least. I can kind of go strong across 3, but not really, right? Like, they've also got that Galactus that's going to be insane. Like, it's just going to be so hard to win this. I just think their numbers are going to be too big. I need Hulk to go to 0. Hulk and Infinite each to, like, 3 or whatever, you know? Like, something like that to have a competitive line here. Because it's one of those where if we do commit to the Infinite, there's a good chance, you know, we just don't have much else that's big, that's playable. Because, you know... Unless he goes to like 3 or 4, it's going to be hard to weave something else in. We have so many cards in hand, basically. I do wonder if there's a build of this that's running like lower cost stuff. Almost like we saw with like Nightmare, how I liked to go with like, you know, Maximus and Ebony Maw. And like, obviously, Ebony Maw's not a good example for this deck, but you could maybe have a lower cost dump hand, Titania's and She-Hulk kind of package, as opposed to the High Evo side of it, you know, and maybe try to do something from that angle instead. So Infinite Laufey is a pretty good pair. I mean, I guess Hulk's kind of as big as Infinite anyway right now. We drew the She-Hulk. That is actually kind of nuts. Do they have like a, you know, a Heimdall in this deck too? How greedy is this deck, dude? Because they have a Heimdall, like, forget it. Left is 100% cooked. You could maybe beat mid with a Heimdall though, right? If they go like Heimdall mid, they end up with these 3. You get a Galactus that's 36. Could you beat 36 heads up, man? I don't think this beats 36. It's really 32 with Laufey, I guess. And then Laufey is 9. This is another 4, 13, and 18. But it's actually going to be 20 is 33. Maybe? I don't know if Heimdall's a thing or not. Oh, they just moved the... Oh, Torch is just staying. Oh, that's a problem, actually. Oh, it is Heimdall, though! Oh, but Torch still stays. Oh, I think that's gonna be too much. Oh, it's so freaking close though, dude. Oh, it's so freaking close. Once in future. Oh, it's so close. Oh, I'm so heartbroken. I don't think Misty Knight gets it there, right? Oh, it's so close. No, Torch. We could have won left instead, man. Oh, it's so close. Dang it, dude. Ah, I'm just so heartbroken, dude. It's so close. Like, really good game for us. Really cool Warlock game, but just crazy big numbers from them made it hard. Hey, see a Scorpion. Hello, Penny. I mean, Penny is a ramp card, I guess, right? Not the worst. Opponent discarded. What was that? Brood. Oh, okay. So Surfer Portrait definitely indicative here of their deck. No questions. No questions. I think a Penny on 2 is totally fine. Do we rock Hala? No, we're kind of bad actually at Hala. We don't hit specific stuff. Life gets real tough real fast. Spider. Weirdly, we almost kind of want to play Spider like on turn 4, right? So that you... Because turn 4 I'd have 5 energy. If I floated that turn... It doesn't help, but at the same time, like, I don't want to just like not play Laufey or whatever, you know. I guess I still play it. You could set up a She-Hulk turn, kind of like Hope Summers has done in this deck in the past, you know, where you get that 6 on 5, and then you don't worry about magic so much. It's more of the big turn 6 with She-Hulk Infinite instead of big turn 7 or whatever. Torch left. Okay, so Laufey is kind of interesting there. Warlock now becomes an interesting card. Sadly though, my float, I just can't get over how good this animation is, dude. I wish the art had more of that like gold in it, dude. Like, I don't know, maybe this is more like a modern interpretation where like I want to see that gold. I mean, Penny, you can stay there, right? I don't care. Could go Hala, it's kind of funny, but I mean, I guess if I want to use Laufey left, arguably I don't want a card there. I mean, it is definitely good to debuff the Torch, but it's not much of a debuff, right? What is that King? Looks like Tao Mandala. Oh no, it's Wong. Oh dang, dude. Wong with the Surge, double Surge is crazy. They're about to get some big time discounts. Dang, Wong, man, that's fun. Yeah, I guess we just skip here like we said and discount everybody a ton. Hopefully it doesn't hit She-Hulk a lot. That's gonna suck. I don't have anything on board benefiting from this Warlock right now is the only problem, right? Like no Cyclops benefit, no Sunspot, no Misty, all the cards that normally would benefit. So we're kind of all in on just the surprise factor here being the relevant consideration. Morph, don't be a Hulk. High Evos. Definitely more middle of the road, I guess. That Killmonger is freaking enormous already, though, dude. 4 surge buffs on that Killmonger. Good God, sir. Did it hit She-Hulk a bunch? It kind of seems to have hit She-Hulk a bunch, didn't it? Oh, man, does this hold, though? Like, this is still pretty good. Cyclops gets to go off. Hulk is enormous. Hulk gets to go off. You're up by 13, right? Like, that is actually in range with all this stuff, but most 3-drops don't get that big, right? Maybe a Crazy Kang, maybe like even a Gladiator getting +4 wouldn't get that big. There is like Silver Surfer considerations, but that's gonna mostly buff there if they go for Surfer Kang. And I think this would hold without a Brood, right? I think it's okay. It looked like Warlock hit She-Hulk a lot again, by the way, because she was 0, which I mean, is helpful, I guess. Still, it hit Cyclops, Hulk, and She-Hulk maybe for 1. Cyclops went down by 2, Hulk went down by 2, and She-Hulk went down by 1. That's actually a pretty good alignment, honestly. I can't complain about that. This is a big pop-off turn. Arguably, you could almost get away with She-Hulk, Cyclops mid, but I doubt it. I think you need bigger numbers mid specifically. How big is this card right? It's Sebastian Shaw, but he's barely affected at all. Oh my God, Shaw actually would have been one of the few things that could have beat us if he got hit by those surges, dude. Shaw with those surges would have been brutal. That actually would have been so nuts. Each one would have been +3. That's 12. +4 is 16. That certainly would have held if they had another 12. It would have been close still, though. Okay, yeah, this was a good Warlock game, man. It just kind of, you know, just the unpredictability, I guess. And just like, you know, how much power did we dump? 22, 32, 34, kind of with Cyclops going off, right? Like 34 power out of nowhere, right, is crazy. And we didn't even really hit our early game. Kind of whiffed a lot, to be honest. Just saved by that random card. Okay, Warlock is very fun. We like new cards here. Nebula, whoa. Okay, cool. I haven't seen Nebula in a while. This card used to be so pervasive and everywhere. And I guess, did anything even change? She never got nerfed, did she? Just the meta changed. New cards came along, right? She's probably being underplayed a little bit, by the way. Just the card that can like manipulate opponents a little bit. You know, like, there's a few things about her that's interesting. Okay. That's a good start. Nebula getting destroyed. Cyclops. Oh, that's a sick Cyclops mech, by the way, man. That's cool. So, Nebula High Evo, by the way. That's fun. Do we just return the favor here? Cyclops better than Misty Knight. I do like Feast. I actually do like Feast into turn 5, by the way, right? So that we can float a full She-Hulk and or Infinite line. You even do this, just go ham and then Warlock next turn with all that extra energy and float it on 5. Oh, that's cool. That's actually pretty cool. I like that a lot. I don't get a Cyclops activation this turn or anything, but this is pretty sweet. We're gonna have a monster turn. They played 2. Oh my God, this Warlock turn is gonna be just completely nuts. Okay, so they're an end of turn build. I thought about going this way, but it just, I don't know. It seemed like the old school High Evo was a bit more fun, maybe. This is basically insane. Oh no, I don't actually want the game to go longer right now because our hand is like gonna be almost free, you know. No, I think I like this better for now. You know, if they played a Magic, it's still fine, right? Like it's still fine. I think I'm still happy. Maybe if we draw Infinite here, he's totally playable, of course. She-Hulk. I wish I had a Sunspot, obviously. That'd be great, but alas. Oh, their banner hits. Okay. Final turn for us. I think Hulk's got to go right. Sadly, this Sunspot's a bit meh. I think you just double dip here, right? I mean, if they do fully commit right, I guess you're a little scared, but I don't think they're going to have a card like the Hulk, right? And then we're just super strong left. Off Laufey A-Bomb, I think. Don't have a Hulk. Oh, they do have a Hulk. Oh God, our Hulk's bigger though, right? Our Hulk's just bigger. Oh my God, our Hulk's bigger, dude. Oh my God, our Hulk is getting buffed. They don't have a Misty Knight, so yeah, we can't lose, right? Oh my God. I mean, obviously they have a Hulk, I guess, or a High Evo deck. Like that's a silly thing to say, but oh, I forgot about Invisible Woman, but Cyclops. Oh God. I forgot about Invisible Woman, but Cyclops saved us. I forgot. Oh my god, the Hulk went off twice, but we also kind of went off twice. Yeah, I don't know. Warlock, weirdly, as much as we did, like we did play a mountain of stuff and still floated energy, it did still feel like somehow a little underwhelming. I don't know why. That sounds kind of insane to say though, because I dumped like, you know, 18 and 14, even more than that because Cyclops debuffed these a little bit, right? So I dumped like 18 and I mean, realistically, this was kind of a what, like 8, 10 is 28 and 9 is, you know, 37 and well, 3, I guess, because of Misty Knight's 40. Cyclops is kind of like 42 power on the final turn. Enabled by Feast, of course, a little bit, but so was the opponent, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was insane, so I can't deny it. It was insane, but for some reason, I still don't feel like it was as insane as I wanted it to be. I don't know why. Something about it seemed underwhelming. Hey, Warlock and Cyclops, very fun. Titan is actually really nice for us. Okay, cool, cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Black Cat is scary. Big. Black Cat, 28. Scorpio. She's a cat. And an art enthusiast. Alright. I think you go Warlock on 3, Cyclops on 4. I can go Cyclops Eternity Range. Oh, same deck. By the way, they might be doing a lighter build, which I just talked about a minute ago in my previous game. Lost my freaking Cyclops, dude. That's annoying. They might be doing a little bit of a lighter build. I talked about how I think my build could maybe be a bit too heavy. In essence, like, it's kind of hard to dump all the big stuff on the final turn because they're kind of spreading their discounts in a weird way. My build might be a little too heavy. I could definitely see... So turn 5, we Laufey. Turn 6, we skip. I can go ahead and play a Sunspot right now. That's fine. I could definitely see running... Like, I talked about, you know, cheap stuff. Titania's... I don't know about Chavez specifically, but, you know, Black Cat's a good example. The Black Cat you don't really dump on the final turn, so I don't know if that's a great example, but kind of more in that Titania She-Hulk mold where you just have a bunch of really small guys. That could definitely be a thing. I guess I'll Laufey right now instead. We're going to skip turn 6 for Warlock. That's pretty good. Laufey's going to help us get a... good abomination going. I guess we play Misty Knight now, right? Yeah, for sure. I got tons of extra energy. How do I have so much freaking energy, dude? Didn't even think I had enough. Oh, Ice Cubes, why? Which could be another good example of a card in this deck because it's still kind of big. You know, I was looking for... Here's another cheap card that's kind of good in this deck. Although I decided I didn't want to mess with Bruce today, so... Shuri, actually kind of another example. Yeah, I do like their build a lot, actually. I'm intrigued to see this build come to fruition here because... It does seem pretty cool, actually. My hand is nuts. I just hope I don't waste all my discounts on She-Hulk, right? That's been the only weird downside of this build, I feel like sometimes. It would be kind of nice if I could pop my cube right now. Oh, they're like a full-on end-of-turn deck, too. Oh, cool. Okay. Seems like we did waste a lot on She-Hulk, sadly. Hulk barely got hit. We hit basically all She-Hulk and Abomination. Yeah, that sucks, dude. That's a bad... 4! She was already free, and 4 Warlock discounts went to She-Hulk. That sucks, dude. That actually really, really sucks. I'm annoyed by that. How much power are they getting here from Fantastic Car? Not much. Here they're getting 4, 13. Just doesn't really feel like it's worth the competition, right? Hulk goes to 22. That's a good lead, but it's not insurmountable, right? I can see them playing a big whatever. Oh, She-Hulk might be exactly the right size for us, though. Holy crap. She-Hulk might be exactly the right size for us, dog. Woo! Wow. Beautiful Hulk scaling here is gonna save it, dude. I thought that was Misty Knight at first, too. I was like, wait a minute. I do like their build a lot, though. I mean, well, the end of turn package in general, right? Like, we know Fantastic Car is a good card. So this is kind of a good way to meld two worlds, too, right? Like, mine is melding, obviously, the Affliction side. There it is melding the end of turn side. I will say, like, I don't even know if they're running Warlock or not, I guess, right? I do think some of these cards, like this is for instance not a good turn 6 or 7 card for Warlock. Like I think you want cards you can get value of played all at once at the end. Bruce also didn't really fit that mold. Technically, he like wants more turns, you know, than just one turn. So I don't know. That's why I kind of liked Laufey, A-Bomb, you know, She-Hulk package. That was a tough Warlock discount though, man. I do really wish She-Hulk updated before Warlock. Taylor Swift Enjoyer of the Year is the title. And Travis Kelce, guys. I know pop culture. Altar of Death can be cool for us, but we just don't have a lot of bodies for it. Opponent is already snapped. They're feeling confident about Altar of Death. Must be a Deadpool deck. I've seen a weird amount of Destroy today. Actually, now that I say that, like I've played 3 or 4 Deadpool decks already, I feel like today. Maybe the diner has got people in the Deadpool mood. Oh, Limbo's nice. If we got our own magic, you know, we could just turn that off as well. That'd be cool. Don't have a lot of bodies to throw in there, you know. Scorpion, maybe Misty Knight or Sunspot, maybe High Evo. Oh, Athena is not what I expected for Altar of Death support. Okay, weird. I guess we go Warlock. That's fine. Oh, I mean, they snapped on Altar of Death, but it might have just been their hand is why they snapped, right? Strange Academy does give you this weird way to win Altar of Death that the opponent might have a hard time with, but they might do it too. And it looks like this could maybe be an end of turn deck, you know. Might have Invisible Woman in hand is why they snapped. I'm not sure. I'm going to go ahead and Magic left just because I don't know what else to do here. Yeah, Invisible Woman there indeed, yeah. That seems to be the snap indicator for sure. I mean, that's tough to beat, but we're gonna try. We can play Warlock on 5. That's okay. Maybe debuffing here is more... I don't know. They don't necessarily want to play here more, but Athena just seems like a target that's not that important. These are like uncontrollable targets. Oh, I see. Frigga, Invisible Woman. Okay, I see the snap power now, dude. I see. That's gonna be some mega numbers. It's been so long since I've played against this deck that I don't really remember how scary it gets, if that makes sense. Like, I don't remember how big the numbers get, and like Havoc got nerfed, you know, I just don't remember. But you know, I think like a 12 power Athena bump at the end, fantastic. Dude, they really do have the dream hand. Good God, this is a crazy hand. Thankfully, Cyclops is condensing down well. This is good. They all also are a little capped on power output left now, right? That's good. Because maybe now we could like force left one big guy and then like one big guy right, you know, and call it a day kind of thing. Infinite's in hand, so he will be playable, but it just depends on discounts here, how much power we get, you know? Like, Hulk and Infinite together would be the dream, maybe. Thing left. He's already going to activate. Hopefully he hits magic, obviously. Not Sunspot or Cyclops, please. Oh, dude, that's a really big hit to us. How much power does the opponent gain left? Well, it just depends entirely on Sunspot, right? Thing also can gain +8. I mean, that just seems like a little out of reach. Not really the best hits for us either, right? Like, I mean, maybe not terrible hits, but I mean, you just don't think Abomination ever holds. Like, that's 7. I mean, I guess technically maybe they don't support that anymore. Does 24 and 26 power left win? We're down by 6. We know they're gaining at least 8 off Thing. So that's a 12-point net, and then Sunspot. Like, how much do they go? Wait, they never played the other Invisible Woman, actually. Oh, hold up. No, wait a minute. They never played the other Invisible Woman. Maybe this holds. Really nervous about this 12 right, but it's just the best I have, so I don't have a choice. Oh, they went more right than I thought. Shoot. Oh, it's so freaking close. Are you kidding me, dude? Oh my God, dude. It's so, like, no way, dude. They didn't even really go left at all, man. They barely did anything left. I could have just won mid. They barely supported mid. Well, no, I couldn't have won mid, actually. No. If Bob moved, we would maybe win a tiebreaker here, I think. I can't believe they never played that other Invisible One. Why not play the Thing at the end? Maybe they were worried about Sunspot outscaling it, I guess, which is reasonable. My name is Jeff. Appropriate portrait then, I guess. Actually, a cute portrait. I like that style a lot. Looks good. Second Dinner has a big thing with food, don't they, man? I mean, it's obviously the name of their place. I get it, but so much stuff is food themed, you know? Ooh, Nexus is pretty good for us. Do we push for Raft at all? I think we kind of can. Depends on what we draw, really, right? Dagger there. Okay, sure, of course. Moving into Raft. Move decks can fill Raft and then still bail. That's one good thing they're able to do. Kind of need like a Sunspot here. Hey, the game's looking out for me. Don't fill 2 cards here. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Nice. Beast even. Okay. That might make their life a little harder on Raft. We might just win this, but I'm gonna have to play a Laufey to do it because that kind of sucks. I still have some scaling with Sunspot, and you necessarily don't even need it. Oh, Magic's great because it counts. We fill the Raft, we get the card, and then we turn it off, which it doesn't really matter, but we, you know, Nexus still gives us the scaling, we get our mat. This is perfect. I actually just really want to draw a Warlock now off the top. That's even better. Khonshu's kind of pointless, but whatever. It's fine. But it does not get an upside here. Now, you know, Dagger is going to be nuts left, to be clear. It's going to be insane. We're giving a full powered Dagger boost here, which is scary in Nexus as well, for the record, but hopefully we can just still dump enough there that it holds. Yeah, I think we just float 5, right? Maybe I play Infinite on 6, or maybe I just float again. No, I'll probably play Infinite on 6, right? Because then you just got Hulk on 7. I don't know. You want to float again, though, to some extent. I'd have 38 plus Khonshu. Well, no, floating again doesn't make any sense. No need to do that, because you only really net a She-Hulk in that case. Is She-Hulk already... Oh, no, she's discounted by herself, so she will not be playable anymore. Ghost Spider Dagger there is a whiff, but they might be bouncing again with Toxin or something. We're kind of giving them more rolls. Can they get this Dagger back mid easily? Yes, they really can because of Madam Web, yeah. Well, I guess we just have to hope we're big enough, right? This gets me to 42 basically next turn, 47. I think is a good chance. I don't know how Sparky works with a card that's been bounced to hand, because like Dagger was the last thing that had moved. Does that move her left or not? Maybe the opponent's thinking the same thing right now, but they should know that if they're playing a bounce move deck. I don't play a bounce move deck, so I don't know, unless it's their first game, maybe, you know, or first few games, I guess. I'm really curious myself. I don't know. Like most cards do have memory in Marvel Snap. Like it's pretty consistently. Oh, they just retreated. Oh, sad news, man. Sad news. Good win, but sad news. Hey, Sunspot. We don't have any ongoing effects, do we? No, we do not. Sunspot's Citadel is not a thing. It's Onslaught's Citadel. It rhymes, but that's it. Scorpion's good stuff. Atlantis could try to save that, you know, big Hulk later or whatever. I don't think I float energy just yet for Hulks, by the way. Like, I don't think playing a Scorpion on 3 is worth it, because we just have too many top decks that might be valuable, you know. Want to make sure we wait. Oh, honestly, I don't mind skipping. Sunspot clearly is nice. Hulk's nice. Just deciding if I wanted to skip 4 or 3, it almost kind of doesn't matter. It in a weird way, I think ends up in the same spot for me. Let's go Magic left. We'll do Warlock right next turn. That'll give us turn 6 for Warlock, which currently the hand's pretty decent. Like High Evo can be a nice cheap guy to weave in as long as we don't waste a bunch on She-Hulk. I wish I could just like keep She-Hulk out of hand and always top deck her on turn 7. That would really be the dream for this deck, I think. Sadly, I do feel like I hit her a little too often early, which again, just like she's gotta be in the Warlock deck as far as I'm concerned. Like she's just gotta be, but it just creates those weird little problems, you know. It's not perfect, I guess. Sunspot is perfect though. Cyclops, I don't think you ever just float 3, right? You want to make sure you maximize that She-Hulk discount here. Just basically looking for any kind of 3-card combo that, you know, maybe Hulk goes to 3, She-Hulk goes to 0, and Cyclops goes to 2 or something, you know, whatever. I don't even need that many discounts, I guess. But you get the idea. I really, really wish She-Hulk went off first, though. Like that would make this card so much more interesting. If this said at the, see, like 3 discounts wasted. God, that's for, oh, the opponent just, it doesn't matter though. They're scared off. Which, I mean, we did honestly still have an insane turn. Like, I want to be clear, right? We still would have had, like, Hulk got 2. That's kind of all we needed. Hulk goes mid. He holds mid for 27, right? You just probably dump She-Hulk and Cyclops, right? Honestly, and just trust those numbers. Like, I think that would have all held just fine.